On guys, so I'm out here in nature once again with the Moto Z Force, and I gotta tell you guys, I love this phone. Now first, when I first saw this phone, I had some reservations about it. Of course, you know the back it was ugly. It wasn't ugly. Yeah, I didn't like the back, but it grew on me though. The back, like I actually like the way it looks, especially the black one. It looks really nice, and the black front with the AMOLED display is just awesome. Pure awesomeness, awesome sauce, whatever you want to call it. And the screen is amazing. I mean, well, first let me talk about the things I don't like, which are really few. The headphone jack I don't really care too much about. The move to the future needed to happen, and I'm glad Motorola was the first. Well, they're not the first one to do it, but they're the first major company to, get rid of the headphone jack. Other phones have done it, and also like the Z is not the thinnest phone; it's the thinnest premium smartphone. But I have the Z Force here, which thinness I don't really care too much for, because this phone is still really thin. I mean, it's still incredibly thin, and you have a giant battery, and the battery life, man, is so good. So freaking good. I mean, I've been on this phone a lot today. I have charged it once, but let me tell you guys my story. So at my job, the service there is terrible, so phones just die. Everybody's phones die. Some people charge their phones twice. I can actually get through a full day of work and home with this phone, which I cannot do. I could definitely not do with the S7 Edge. That phone, one time I charged it 3 times in one day. One day on this phone, I lasted the whole day, even though I ended up locking myself out of my job, and I had to use navigation, go on a bicycle to go to another location to get a key to get back in. Yeah, I did all that, and the phone still didn't die. My Galaxy S7 would have been dead 5 times over. Well, not 5 times, maybe 2 times. Oh, no, definitely 3. That was a heavy day. Yeah, so this phone is dope. Battery life is so good, and it charges so fast. Like earlier today, before the day ended, I was about to reach 4 hours of screen on time, and I had about 27% left. I put in a charger for 35 minutes, guys, and it was at 91%. And like now, I've just been shooting a lot of video with it. Did a couple of 4K videos, which I'll upload. Did some 1080p 60 frames videos, and I've been taking a bunch of pictures here. And I was also using navigation, listening to music. Still at a cool 54. Recorded 4K video for 8 minutes, and this thing did not heat up at all. Like, it was still comfortable. I don't know if it's the back that kept me from feeling the heat, but the phone didn't get uncomfortable. There was not any noticeable throttling at all. There was a little bit of a shakiness at the end, but I'll see if that transfers to the video. But it did so well, and yeah, it's staying cool here. It's looking good. It's running nice and smooth. I mean, this is like definitely the smoothest phone I've used, which I knew it was going to be, because, man, this is Motorola, and now they have this is the Snapdragon 820, so this is top of the line. Optimization for Motorola has been really good this year. You look at the Moto G4, you look at the Moto G4 Plus. I mean, the Moto Z Play is probably going to be very fast as well. All their phones are really nice and smooth, so the optimization is up there. Like, it's so good. This phone, like, literally takes everything you throw at it. Now, there are some quirks. Sometimes when you launch the camera, it can take like a little bit. Maybe it'll take like a second instead of like half a second. I mean, I'm sorry, it'll take like 2.5 seconds of like 2 seconds, depending on. Sometimes it can be a little bit longer to launch, but that's the same case that can happen with the Moto X, happens to the Moto G4, happens to the S7. Sometimes those quick launch to launch the camera, it'll freeze. Happened with the Nexus 6P too. So those gestures are not perfect, but I'm glad that we have them, because it makes because they work most of the time. They work well. And yeah, so there's a lot to like about this phone. I was supposed to tell you guys what I didn't like, huh? Okay, so what I don't like, the volume buttons. They're high. You can't put it any other way. They're high on the phone. But I think there's a reasoning behind it, because even the NFC chip is also up at the top of the phone as well. So if you saw my unboxing video where I had it, the other in-person video where I tried to connect this with my headphones, it does work. It's just that it's up here. So yeah, there's that. And honestly, that is the only thing I really don't like. I don't mind anything else. That airplane sounded kind of loud, so I was gonna let it go by before I kept talking. But yeah, this phone is just freaking amazing. That's really the only thing that, it's not like I don't like it. I've gotten used to it. When I first held it, I was like, damn, how am I gonna be reaching up here? The power button is nice, it's ridged, but you'll never really use the power button, because you just, use a fingerprint sensor. And I have all my fingerprints set up to lock and unlock the phone, so I rarely ever have to use the power button. Oh, speaker quality on this it kind of sucks in my opinion. It's average, and I'm good that it's facing you, but luckily I got it from Best Buy, so I have that speaker, and that speaker comes in clutch. I mean, I used that little get together that I had with my family. I was outside earlier, and I was just wanted to have lunch real quick. I just popped it on, and I was watching Infinite Waters on YouTube while I was eating. You know, it sounded so good, and everyone's been so impressed. All the reviewers are trying to, like, you know, talk crap about this phone, but it's all nonsense, guys. This is one of the best phones I've used. This is the best phone I've used so far in my whole life. I was worried about the design when I saw like the edges like that. I thought maybe it might be sharp, but this one is not sharp at all, especially when you add the wood back and then the different materials that they're gonna have, like those ballistic nylon. I'm sure that's gonna feel amazing. The wood back just feels great, guys. I haven't dropped this phone. It's not slippery or anything. It's a well thought out phone. Motorola, when they designed this phone, they thought about everything. You got the front facing flash, which a lot of people still aren't doing, and it's awesome. It's very useful. And on the back too, you have a dual tone flash, so the flash is really good on this phone. I've only taken one picture at night with the flash, but it came out so awesome, so props to them for doing that. And this is just a great phone. I don't have much to complain about so far. Battery life is good, screen quality is good, camera is good. The front camera is good, and of course you got the little beautification effect now too. Gaming has been really good. I'll do a gaming video later, and I think the phone is just beautiful. It's a marvel to look at. And if you haven't seen Jerry Riggs everything, he did a bend test video on the Moto Z. I will never try to do a bend test, but I know this phone will survive it, but I'm good on that. But he did it, so go ahead on his channel to watch that. The Moto Z did such an amazing job, man. It always like scares me to see him bend phones, but you know what, I do it anyway. But yeah, so far I really love this phone. I didn't think I'd love it this much. It's like, really, it is the evolution of the Moto X, honestly. So except, you know, we did lose the curved back, but this feels really good. The curved back feels better, but this still feels really good. Performance is just so damn good. The phone is very cool. It doesn't like heat up or anything. Like I do a lot of things on it, and it really never like heats up to the point where you notice it. Like, it might get a little bit of warm, but oh my goodness, like it's just a really good phone. So if you guys are looking at this phone, if you own Verizon, then you have an upgrade. It's a no-brainer. You should get one of these phones, because the modular aspect of it, I know it's not modular technically, but the fact that you can turn the phone into a speaker, a projector, you know, extra battery, you know, we got the camera mod coming, like the possibilities are endless. And the media is trying to trash this phone. They're trying to complain. They're complaining about a headphone jack. It's 2016, all right? Bluetooth should have been a standard by now. We can't let people like companies like Apple and things like that keep us from moving forward. That's how I feel. Like, Apple just really is stopping us from moving forward. Like, their USB Type-C is a new standard, but of course Apple is sticking with their Lightning port, so that's gonna make everything confusing. When you're at a party, someone's got an iPhone, they need a charger. Yeah, they're gonna be out of luck unless there are more iPhones. But either way, either the iPhone user or the Android user is gonna be out of luck, because now we're using separate cords once more. So Apple, you suck. But yeah, you'll never see me buy an Apple product or review one. I think I'm not even gonna do Samsung either. I'm just not a fan of what they do, really. But yeah, Motorola is changing the game once again. If you have any questions about this phone, let me know in the comment section below. But yes, I am loving it. See you guys in the next one. Peace.